Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Cynthia Afriani from class 6C. Okay, for these sections, I want to explain about theoretical perspectives on language learning and teaching approaches to language learning and teaching towards acquiring communicative competence through the 4 skills. Okay, for the first introduction, over the past 5 decades, significant progress has been made in our language of how all 2 languages are learned and subsequently taught. The complex nature of language learning has been further established by research findings from a variety of disciplines, particularly those of linguistics, psycholinguistics, cognitive psychology, and sociolinguistics. It is now clear that linguistics, psychological, and sociocultural factors interact and contribute to this process. Additionally, these results have demonstrated the importance of communication in the process of acquiring a language. This is from Michael and Miles, 1998. And the fact that how meanings is negotiated in specific acts of communication greatly influence how successfully and the process is. Okay, next, approaches to language learning and teaching. Historical trends in linguistics and psychology have had a profound influence on the conception of language learning, which in turn has served as the source of practices and principles in language teaching. This is from Richard and Rogers, 1986. Therefore, the environmentalists, the innatists, and the interactions view of language learning serve as the background to language teaching theory. Okay, from this, for the first, the environmentalist approach to language learning. The theory underlying these ideas was rooted in 2 parallel schools of thought in linguistics and psychology. And for the next is the innatist approach to language learning. This innatist account of language learning, which focused on the child output and was essential, is that is provided a description of what was learned. And for the third, the interactionist approach to language learning. This interactionist approach to language learning accounted for the functions of language used in social context and emphasized the quality of interactions as well as learns cognitive capacity in such a process. Okay, next, C. Communicative approach to ELT teaching. The first model of communicative competence, regarded as the pioneering work on which the theoretical basis of community approaches to ELT language teaching have been founded, is that of Canale and Swain. This is 1980 and further expanded by Canale. This is in 1983. Okay, for the next, a process framework of communicative competence integrating the 4 skills. For the first, discourse competence refers to the selecting and sequencing of utterances or sentences to achieve to cohesive and coherent spoken or written text give a particular purpose and a situational context. Next, linguistic competence. Not only refers to the grammatical competence mentioned by Cannell and Swain, Savignon and Branchman, but also includes all the elements in the linguistic system in line with Murcia, Dornier and Turley and Alcon in 2000. Next, pragmatic competence. This is closely related to benchmark since it involves both illocutionary and sociolinguistic types of knowledge. Next, intercultural competence involves both cultural and non-verbal communicative factors, which are the two remaining competence of the Murcia, Dornier and Tursley, sociocultural competence. And for the last, strategic competence. This has also been contemplated in all the previous models of communicative competence, since the knowledge of communicative strategies and how to use them serve to avoid breakdown in communication. Okay, that's all for this section. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.